You just let me know when we're live. We're live now, aren't we? We're live now. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Today, I'm going to fight Clarence Hill. Jerry says he's not cheap. Injury updates on Ferg and Neeland and everybody else. And the Cowboys win because... Let's go, meow. If you had to guess which two members of the panel have seen Super Troopers, who do you think it is? Fire it in the chat. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Welcome to today's edition of the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Super Troopers.
It's a good movie. I say if you're giving the answer away. If two of us have seen it, who is it? Welcome. Hi, everybody. We're going to talk about everything about your Cowboys today. I'm Jeff Kavanaugh. Don't worry, Kat. I'll wait.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess I'll just go that way. It is. We're in a different studio today, so apologies and cut Katya some slack. Unlike they cut me when I told them I discovered Nordstrom Rack yesterday.
Blew me away.
Welcome.
Yeah.
This is Joe Hoyt. He's been writing about the Cowboys for a long time.
Long time.
For like a year and change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long time, relatively.
Kwame! Yeah. There we go. Next to him is Clarence Hill, who is he is not Kwame. Yeah, you want to win, you put Chill in. He's been covering the Cowboys for 27 years, no Super Bowls. Hey,
Grizzled veteran.
Yes, a grizzled veteran.
I know pain.
Nordstrom Rack veteran.
No pain.
And former Cowboys wide receiver Jesse Holley on the end.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Wow.
That's a good one. I don't have a funny proverb today, but what I do have is I want to wish happy birthday to my big brother, Jamel Holley. I've done a lot of cool stuff in my life. I've been around the world. I've won championships, but it all hails in comparison to being his little brother. So, big bro, happy birthday.
That was really sweet.
I want to say happy birthday to my mom.
Today's your mom's birthday.
It's my mom's birthday today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Happy birthday, mama.
My mom's birthday's tomorrow.
No.
Yeah.
Look, we're family.
Happy
Yes.
birthday, mama.
Yeah, my mom's birthday
Can
tomorrow.
I say mama? You say mom. You grew up saying mama.
I'm from Jersey, so I say ma, M-A, or mommy.
Mommy.
Yeah, I go
'Cause he's
ma
a-
or
he's a
I
mommy.
call,
guy.
I
You're a
call her
mom
mama.
guy. Mom.
I call her mama.
Okay,
Mama.
call her mama.
Yeah, I
Okay.
call her mama.
That's
Why?
a
What do you-
southern thing. Like
Mother?
up north, it's like
Yeah.
ma, M-A, or it's like mommy. I call my mother ma or mommy.
Okay. All right.
Or pain in the butt.
Happy
'cause she is.
birthday, mama. Mommy. Moms.
And Jamel.
listen,
All the moms.
Listen, and please enjoy your moms.
Yes,
And
Yeah.
happy Friday the 13th.
Please enjoy your moms.
absolutely.
We're going to start the show today. We have lots of stuff we're going to get to even in the first segment. We got your injury reports on all the guys that you care about. But today I saw that Clarence, I saw you wrote about Jerry Jones and spending because it's become a story over the course of this offseason because people started realizing some of the numbers that are out there. Like there's a salary cap in the NFL. So in theory, everybody spends the same amount of money. But they don't spend the same amount of cash all the time. If you sign big-time free agents, guess what? They get big signing bonuses. You pay that. So the Cowboys have not been a big cash spending team. So people started calling Jerry cheap, and it sounds like he got sensitive with you.
Yeah, and actually, when I did the initial story about I can effing do it better than anybody, I talked to Jerry for about an hour. And so I saved some stuff, and so I have been dropping different quotes and different, different stories from the interview.
AllDLLS.com, become a diehard, and you'll be able to have access to all of the premium content as well as
And
the free
so
content.
I've been waiting to drop this, and certainly after him signing CD and signing Dak to these big money deals, because you're right, throughout the offseason there have been a lot of, when you lose, everything is under a microscope. Everything, how you do business under a microscope. And the Cowboys have won in 28, 29 years. And after the Green Bay game, everybody started digging. Well, the Cowboys, going back to 2013, last in the league in cash spending.
Yep.
And it's a salary cap, so ultimately everybody has to spend the same as far as the cap is concerned.
Yeah.
But you can manipulate the cap with cash spending to sign players, sign free agents. You wonder how the Eagles and those people are doing different things because they're spending cash.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys have been bottom of the league in cash spending. And in May, they were last in the league. When they signed CD to the big money deal, they were 30th in the league.
Boy, that means they were last by a long shot.
Yeah.
If that only took them to 30th, like that added $40 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
And after signing Dak, they're up to 13 because the $80 million signing.
Yeah. Here we come.
We're up to 13th in the league. But Jerry's point, even before this, he said the money's going to be spent. It's coming. I got these deals coming. The money's going to be spent. Of course, that's about this year. It's not about 2013 when you've been last all these years, even with the Rumble and Witten deals and all the other stuff. But he said, yeah, everybody spends the same on the salary cap, but everybody don't spend the same on non-player costs. And I got the best facility.
Oh,
I got the best stadium. I take them to California for training camp and put them up. That's where I'm spending my money. Trying to make this situation, he called it laughable and ridiculous for you people. And a lot of the story in the Ringer, there was sport,
Holy fuck.
I got so excited.
Not you people like that. You people who are criticizing.
We remember
my
that Arkansas
Are you
picture.
talking
We
to
remember
Joe?
that picture.
We're not them talking about them
Remember the
people.
Arkansas picture. I don't know what
Are you
you're
saying Joe and I, people?
Sir, the people that are criticizing this cash spending.
Okay.
And there have been a lot of stories out there, blogging the boys and the Ringer, and people have done a lot of stuff on Jerry's cash spending and calling him cheap because it's always been funny to me. You're the richest franchise in all of sports. They were $11 billion now their evaluation, but you're last in the league in cash spending. You're the richest franchise in all of sports, and to me, this is my point. Even going back to when they don't sign free agents. But you're shopping at the bargain basement bin. You're the richest franchise in all of sports, and all you talk about is balancing the budget. No one cares about with a salary cap when you haven't won in 28 years.
I think it's also kind of reflected in coaching. Like there were times you could have fired Jason Garrett way earlier, but he had a contract.
Right.
Jerry will never pay two coaches.
And he talked about that.
He'll never do it.
Yeah, he also talked about that. When you have a coach hanging on with extra money, you fire him. That takes away from money you can spend somewhere else. In his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he don't have $11 billion.
Yeah.
And it's nothing but ashtray money.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I also think with cash spending, though, too, it's also a reflection of how you manage the salary cap. And, I mean, that's something that, the Eagles, the 49ers, these teams have gotten really good with doing the salary cap. So, yes, Jerry has a lot of money to spend stuff off the field. But if you're not increasing your cash spending, that means you're probably not making the most of what you can do with the salary cap.
Well, he will tell you he's managed the salary cap better than any effing body.
Well,
I know he told you that.
Yeah. But here's the thing: that is also a choice. Like there are teams that choose to do the salary cap different ways. Like the Eagles, the Rams did it, and they bounced back quicker than most would have expected because they did have to eat it for doing that.
Saints struggled.
The Saints have done it to themselves
Jerry
multiple
will tell
times.
you quietly the Eagles will eat it at some point.
And they will. It'll be in 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
the Eagles are going to eat it,
and
and it's going to be bad.
Yeah,
like the Eagles,
day is coming. The day is coming.
Most of the Eagles' best players, for instance, here's the manipulating the salary cap. The Eagles have 8 guys who make $20 million or more per year.
Yeah.
0 of them count $20 million this year.
Yeah.
8 of them make it. None of them count it because they just push it back and back and back and back. So when all those guys' contracts are up,
the bills
they're
coming
going to
due.
eat a lot of money that they haven't accounted for
yet. The bills don't come
yet.
due, and so it's about how you want to win, how your philosophy.
He wants to be consistently competitive.
What's the turnaround though? Like you talk about the Eagles in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, what is the turnaround from when you get to that point of all right, now the money is there and you have to eat all this money.
Yeah.
Does it take a year, 2 years to kind of turn that back around?
It depends.
To get you
Depends.
back in
draft
that
well.
profitable situation.
The Rams have become back competitive after they ate it, but they have a great coach. They have a great organization. Everybody, don't run their team the same. It depends. I mean, I don't think there's you have to eat it for 1 year, then you'll be good again. You don't know.
So my question is Jerry afraid
Yes.
that when it comes to that time that the reset years that it'll take, or the year or 2
He don't
years.
ever want to reset though. He don't ever want to reset.
Right.
But I don't think he's ever reset. More of a reload.
Well,
Yeah,
you need money to reload. He's not the way he builds his team. He's not trying to reload with free agents. Rams fell into a quarterback when they get and they were able to manage this. But when Stafford's gone, it's going to start over.
Well, the ironic thing too is if in order to reset, you got to draft well, right? And the ironic thing is the Cowboys draft extremely well. So to Jesse's point, it's like, well, maybe manipulate the cap a little bit, go for it all, and then have that risk of resetting because you draft well.
They're all in, Joe. They're all in right now. Saying.
Well, the problem is that saying you draft well, I mean, again, it's all about the quarterback. The quarterback keeps you competitive. Having a quarterback keeps you competitive. You can draft well all you want to. If you don't have a quarterback that keeps you competitive, you go like from Michigan winning that championship to what we saw last week.
Yeah, you can also have a quarterback that keeps you competitive and draft really badly.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Did I lie?
What are we doing?
Want more Texas stuff?
You got to get a Texas thing.
I was just making a valuable comparison. I'm sorry.
What's going on with your shirt?
What do you mean what's going on with the shirt? It's casual
what's
Friday.
Happening with your shirt?
I have a lot of fruit shirts, and I decided on Fridays I'm going to start wearing them.
So you like fruit, huh?
I love fruit. Do you not like fruit?
Are you fruity?
I'm fruity.
I'm fruity. This side is fruity, I guess.
Don't worry, Jesse. We're going to save it by saying absolutely.
That side is fruity, Jesse. That's what let the record show.
That's fine.
Hey.
Listen,
We're proud of it.
We're not interrupting any communities.
We're not.
Because all the communities watch our show.
Yep.
And we want all the communities to be diehards.
I'm wearing rainbows tomorrow.
We
not interrupting
we won't
nobody.
be here tomorrow, so have
I
at
will.
it.
We're not
going live.
interrupting. Just declare what you are.
Like and subscribe all the communities.
We fruity
like and
veggies?
subscribe. In fact, all the communities, head over to our merch store. Go over to the merch store. Get some shirts. It's in the right there, left hand corner. Go get some shirts.
Yeah.
And all that kind of good stuff.
I like to say I'm into the wine, not the label. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of mess with a nice label though.
But
all right.
Are we talking about Nordstrom Rack again?
No, but God, I love Nordstrom Rack. I had no idea. I discovered it yesterday. I went for one pair of shoes. I bought 5. I didn't know. None of you told me. None of you people told me about Nordstrom Rack.
In the chat, none of you told Jeff about the chat, but tell us, what is your favorite retail store to shop in?
Yeah.
Jeff's now is Nordstrom Rack.
Well,
Kit Kats, what's yours? Yours is Target? Kit Kat goes Target.
That felt a little
Since we're
presumptuous.
talking about shopping,
Yeah.
let's bring it back to Cowboys.
Okay, I dare you.
Do you like Jerry shopping at the bargain basement bin in free agency?
No, I hate it.
You
I
know,
hate it.
If Jerry's shopping at the bargain basement bin, what retail store is that? What retail store is Jerry shopping
It's
at?
Walmart.
at free
Yeah.
agency?
That's
It's
right across
Walmart.
from AT&T. It's Walmart.
Let's
Sam's Club.
let's stop doing that.
Dollar General.
There we go. We're not gonna. I am a Walmart
Five Below.
connoisseur.
I love Costco.
Yeah, I'm a
Costco's a
Walmart.
membership place.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
I'm a Walmart consumer. Dollar General.
Okay, Dollar
General, Dollar Tree. Because when you go in those places, you can never find anything where it's supposed to be. It's all over the place. It's mismatched. It's never.
And the problem is they're mostly in certain communities because they don't have real grocery stores. Have you gone to Dollar General? And I found, because I get lazy, I'm not going to the grocery store. And I go to Dollar General and buy some bread,
No.
buy some canned goods.
No, yeah.
No.
This is on
It's
you.
old.
No.
I thought you brought it back to the Cowboys, and now
I'm just saying.
Now we're talking Dollar General.
Well, so Jerry's going to Dollar General and getting Linval Joseph, and get
Jordan
guys,
Phillips.
because they're old. They're it's the date is the
Close
due
to
date.
expiration.
What do you call that
Close
date
to
on it?
expiration.
The expiration
Expiration date.
Yeah.
It may it's like
Yeah.
as a parent. This is funny because as a parent, I'm old school. If it's in the cabinet, eat it. My kids are going through looking at the due dates, okay, looking at expiration dates and throwing stuff. That's like a new thing.
I assume I could see it or smell it if it's good. If it's bad.
Okay, but if the can ain't bubbling, it's fine. Come on, let's stop it. And I'm just saying, the due dates were nothing we looked at in growing up.
Clarence, how old are you?
59.
Okay, my dad's older than that, but that's the old school thing. My dad doesn't get sick,
Right.
and he says it's because there was a bug truck that used to come through the neighborhood that just let out all the stuff to kill mosquitoes or whatever, and they would ride their bikes behind it. And he's like, and after I'd had all that, nothing can stop me.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
It's aluminium all up in it right there. It's just liquid aluminium.
Anyway, so Cowboys got running backs that the expiration date is, we're getting close. And defensive linemen and everything like that. That's where they're shopping.
The last time they signed a free agent that cost any money whatsoever was right after World War II when they signed Brandon Carr. Like, it's been a long time.
They got scarred. But they got scarred from that.
That shouldn't be scarring. Like, you paid great money for good player.
Well, you paid the wrong
As
guy.
opposed to paying bad money for bad player.
You paid good money for a good player, and then you stuck him in a system that didn't suit him.
But he was a good player here.
Right, but the problem is when you pay a cornerback that kind of money, you expect Dion or you expect Trayvon Diggs. He was never. He was just a good corner.
Right, and he was
But
never
that's the
going to
going.
be.
That's
a
the going rate for a
cover
good corner, though.
Right.
At that point, right.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys are expecting a difference maker. When you pay a guy the richest money, you expect a difference maker, Dak Prescott. But that's what you do, and that's a natural expectation. But getting back to this bargain basement Cowboys, are these guys who passed their expiration? It's funny because in the past few years, the Cowboys been talking, we got the youngest team in the league, but no longer they're not the youngest team in the league. They got a lot of old guys.
Yeah.
That's not been their motor operandi.
But the old guys are minor parts.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
So
I understand that, but they haven't had a lot
They're
of them.
plugging leaks.
Last year was only Tyron and DeMarcus and Zach. That was it. Everybody else was young.
when you're fighting for your coaching life and you don't have time for development, I got to go get guys who I know, who know me, who know my system, and at least understand and know the ins and out of what NFL football is.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's when you stuck with the
Because
old
lived
guys.
about 15 years.
Yeah, he's like 116 years
Right.
old.
You don't bring
Yeah.
guys 15 years. I mean, that's just.
And played better than Mozzie last week. All right, let's keep it moving. Coming up next, we'll actually get you the injury reports. Is Ferg going to play? Marshawn Nealand was banged up as well. Injury reports for you, as well as let's talk about the most crucial non-Micah member of the Cowboys defense. And before we do that, tell them something, Joe.
Let's go to game time, shall we? You know what really grinds my gears? We got a positive mindset today, but you know what really grinds my gears
What's
is
that,
when
Joe?
you see a ticket price and you're like, oh, I could pay that. And then you go online and you're going through the process. You're like, that's good. And then you see all these fees come and stuff like that. Well, with game time, you don't have to worry about that because of their
fees.
all-in pricing. We're going back to all-in. That's one of my favorite features is the ability to know exactly what you're getting with game time. They give it to you up front. You can see the panorama view of seats. That's another one of my favorite features where you could just imagine yourself right there watching the Cowboys against the Saints. It's fantastic. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's create an account, redeem the code DLLS for $20. I'm reading the code right now. Clarence! It's not only game time, it's my time. Download Game Time today. What time is it?
Game time. Jesse's having a
He's on
drink.
the water.
They ain't on camera, though.
Listen.
We didn't have to out him.
I always got trouble for talking in class.
Yeah.
At the wrong time. I'm sorry.
Do me a favor.
I'm so shocked.
For the next 60 seconds, why don't you go ahead and...
I'm not playing the quiet game. I'm grown.
Let's talk about Empire today. When you're zoomed out, you might be able to see our beautiful flooring right here was done by Empire Today, who we absolutely love. They're the best in the business. And EmpireToday.com/DLLS, $350 off. And Empire Today, they have everything. You want the wood, the laminate, the carpet, whatever you're looking for, Empire Today's got you. And they can come out and show you exactly what it's going to look like in your home. Empire Today is the best. Their virtual floor designer helps you. You can see exactly how a new floor would look in any space. You snap a picture and you instantly see how those new floors would look in that room. So we love them at Empire Today, and we want you to get hooked up. So schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners can receive a $350 off discount if they use the promo code DLLS. Restrictions apply. See EmpireToday.com/DLLS for details. We'll sing the jingle tomorrow, Sunday, or Monday.
You won the quiet game.
I was quiet. I kept him back quiet. It's funny
He's
because
struggling to be
it's funny
quiet.
'cause but I know
He's struggling.
The screen was not on me. And I'm like, so
That
Cat-
doesn't mean your mic's off.
I know. I was trying to whisper, but so Cat was putting up the time we come back.
Yeah.
And it said 1840. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it says 11:17.
No, minutes and seconds.
minutes
and seconds,
So I'm like, I'm stupid.
You're not
We
stupid.
agree.
So I'm like, 18. I'm like, then I said, oh, it's last two numbers. Okay.
Clarence,
What's
those are numbers.
1840?
Those are numbers you don't need to worry about.
I
Those are
don't
just
need
for
to
the.
worry about
Those
it,
are
but
just for the quarterback.
The problem is this. My mind wanders, and so while you're talking, I'm looking at different things, looking around, thinking about, that was on my mind.
I got a
I
half an
have a
hour
short
on.
attention span.
I got half an Adderall in my pocket. You want it?
I'll be honest, I'm impressed he even saw the clock. You
I
know?
got good glasses. I got my one contact.
One contact.
My one contact.
All right,
about
beat
that
writer
later.
men, tell me, because we accidentally got 20 minutes in before we even got to this. Jake Ferguson, how's it looking? Clarence, Joe.
Yeah, Jake Ferguson was, they were kind of testing it today, working it out. I mean, Mike McCarthy said today on 105.3 The Fan that Jake is close. You know, does that mean he's actually going to play? I don't know. Yesterday, he was listed as a do not practice because he's not practicing right now. I mean, the fact that we're even talking about him potentially playing against the Saints is a little bit wild because, I mean, we talked about it the other day.
I was very scared when I saw it happen.
Yeah, it was a scary injury. I mean, he even said pain was a 10 right when it happened. We'll see if he actually goes in. John Stevens is another guy that did not practice. They were both in the rehab group together. We're going to talk with Lou Schoonmaker today on conference call, and he might end up being tight end 1 on Sunday, especially both of those guys can't go.
Do you really want that? Do you
I
really
didn't say I
that?
wanted it. I said,
Hey, listen, they're disappointed in Schoonmaker. One reason why they kept Brevin on the practice squad is because he's an insurance for Schoonmaker. You know, and they really like his future.
That's on them.
they're
You
really
can't be disappointed in a guy who wasn't good in college that was always hurt when he's always hurt and not good.
But getting back to the
You picked
Ferguson thing, he's been. I mean, Jerry said Tuesday he's going to try to play. It looks like they're going to try to play. Certainly, he was out there in a brace, you know, doing some rehab work, return to play type things with Britt Brown, and he's going to try to go and talk to Dak about it. You know, if long as you can't re-injure it or you do some things that's not going to make it worse, I think he's going to give it a go. There's a difference between pain and injury. You know, there's a difference between being injured and hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's
to
a tough
speak,
dude.
You know, and so he can give it a go because you need him. He's part of, Dak Solanas' blanket. You know, another guy that was on the injury report did not practice on Wednesday, but did on Thursday, rookie Marshawn Nealon. And we talked about, the pass rush and the rotation there. They need Nealon, okay? And because you want Miles to do some different things, play linebacker, mug in the A-gap. You need some guys on the edge so you can really do some of the exotic things you want to do with Milan and with Mozzie. I'm not Mozzie, but
Micah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Micah,
say.
excuse me. And Nealon is that guy. He's the number, the third defensive end behind Micah and DeMarcus Lawrence. So he missed Wednesday with a calf injury, but it's a high. Talking to him yesterday, it's a high calf. It's not a low calf. Low calf is what you're worried about. You can potentially turn into an Achilles. And that's what you.
So high ankle is bad, high calf is good.
Yeah.
Inverse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it could potentially turn into Achilles. Remember Kevin Durant had the calf strain.
Put your
Achilles
thing
injury.
down, flip it, and reverse it.
Longhorn. Kevin Durant. Did I bring that up? Did I do that? I'm sorry.
You have to start putting $1 in
Anyway,
the jar every
talking
time.
to Nealon, he was really excited about playing in his first game and the things he did. He was strong. He really got up the quarterback, had some nice rushes, had some certainly a pressure at the quarterback, and they need him to help stop the run and get after the quarterback this weekend.
So another guy that is a big part of stopping the run, he's a big part of everything they do on the defense because he's calling the defense, and it's also what Joe recently wrote about is Eric Kendricks, the Cowboys middle linebacker, who is another kind of bargain, but working out really, really well. And so, I think he might be the non-Micah Parsons most important defender in terms of putting everybody where they're supposed to be and actually doing his job at a high level so far. So, Joe, tell us about your article on ALLDLLS.com.
Yeah, one of the things about Eric Kendricks is that obviously he spent 7 years with Mike Zimmer in Minnesota. Mike Zimmer's coming with a new defense. Anytime you bring in a new defense to a new team, there could be some growing pains, right? We didn't really see that in week one. Mm-hmm. Big reason why is because Eric Kendricks has been acting as the Mike Zimmer translator. Mike Zimmer is not really loud, doesn't really talk a lot. He talks with focus and talks sternly to players. But players around the locker room told me that Eric Kendricks was kind of acting like basically taking the Mike Zimmer defense, communicating it to a level that Mike Zimmer wasn't.
Look, here's what Dad's trying to tell you.
Literally.
Okay?
Well, it's funny because I remember Mike Zimmer was the first time. He's gotten older. His voice ain't as strong.
Yeah.
Now
he's got Scanina yelling at everybody.
His voice is not as strong. So yes, he cannot bellow like he used to bellow, and when he's screaming at guys doing that thing. So you need a guy like Eric Kendricks. That's part of the reason why they brought him in there, because he can communicate the defense, has a lot of experience in the defense, and he's his eyes and ears in the locker room.
But one thing I talked with Eric about twice now over the last week, and he got kind of annoyed with me a little bit because I kind of was asking him about, hey, I wanted to dig deeper into this decision he made to not go to San Francisco. People forget he agreed to terms with San Francisco. And then 24 hours later, it said, hey, I'm going to go to the Dallas Cowboys. The big reason why he wanted to play Mike linebacker, he believed he could still play Mike linebacker. San Francisco has Fred Warner. They have Dre Greenlaw coming back off an injury eventually.
Right.
So where was Eric Kendricks going to be in when Dre Greenlaw came back? Here in Dallas, he could be the guy, and he sure looked like the guy in week 1. He said, one thing he told me is that, hey, you know, if you believe in yourself, like, go do it. And I believed in myself. He was flying around. He had 2 sacks. He had an interception, and he led the team in tackles, in addition to all the communication stuff he's brought.
He didn't want to be a backup.
No.
That's just when he came. I go to Dallas, I can start. I'm going to be that guy.
And be the guy.
And be that guy.
Yeah.
And in San Francisco, I'm the backup. You know, maybe one day we're going to do a story before the end of the season is all these basement deals and how they've worked out for the Cowboys. You know, in the past they haven't
Usually
worked
they
out.
don't. Yeah, usually they don't.
So if you get some, and we're getting some already out of Kendricks, and he's not getting paid anything.
Yeah.
They get some out of defensive tackles. And
Zeke
they're not
had
getting
more than
paid.
4 yards of carry.
And Zeke had more than the $8 million guy. And don't do that.
He didn't have more than 4. He had 4.
He had more than the guy.
4.000.
He had more than the guy everybody wanted to get.
If
in
y'all
Baltimore.
gonna tell me 10 for 40
yes,
is an apology for me, I'm gonna tell you, hold the hell on.
10 for 40 and a touchdown and some great blocking.
But to the Eric Kendrick point,
Rico block better.
this is the type of game where you need a guy like Eric Kendricks. You need a guy because when you look at the Saints and what they do offensively, and we talked about this all week long, how it's a carbon copy version of what the Niners do offensively. So there's going to be a ton of checks. There's going to be a ton of personnel changes. There's going to be a ton of motions, strengths, the weaknesses to strengths. And so you need a guy. You need a green dot guy that's going to be able to get everyone lined up and then make the check, right? And for him and for Eric, it's also going to be, I got a bunch of young guys around me. So my communication has to be very, very clear because I need Overshown to know, hey, the guy who you were guarding before this shift and before this motion, you no longer have him anymore.
It's changed twice since then.
It's changed twice since then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for Eric Kendrick to have that relationship of knowing Mike Zimmer's defense, and now the biggest part of it is him being able to communicate it on the field in real time, because when you mess up against an offense like this, you don't just, a guy doesn't get, a first down. They get scot-free touchdown open. So you got to make
WAO,
sure.
wide ass open.
Right.
That's it right there.
Right,
Yes.
right. The best thing I like about Eric Kendricks, and I love the fact that he communicates the defense. And I love the fact he put people in position. The best thing he does, the dude can play.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
The dude
It's
can
way
play.
better when he can also play.
Yeah, because there are a lot of guys who can help, but the Cowboys need guys that can play. You saw him making plays.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what they need most at linebackers. I got coaches to teach people. I need guys that can play, especially for this defense, especially after last year when you had guys that couldn't play the linebacker position, that were too small to play the linebacker position. You need guys that can play. Yeah. And he can play. He can still play. That's the most important aspect.
There were 2 guys in training camp that were on the jugs machine on defense more than anyone I ever saw, and that was Deron Bland and Eric Kendricks.
Oh, we need to get Carson on him.
Gotta get
yeah,
Carson
well,
on it.
I talked to him about that yesterday, too.
Oh, really? What do you say?
Yeah, no, I
you tell
asked-
him I want him to be able to catch, and I know he can't. That's why
Because
he
you
plays corner.
saw on
He's a good
the
corner.
sidelines, south from the sidelines, they were getting on him.
Yeah, Al Harris.
On this team, we catch picks.
Yes. They were getting on him, and he dropped again. You catch the ball, man. Come on.
That would have been a tough one.
Not
but,
the first one. The first one was right here, dog. Come on.
Yeah, well, that was also his
It's in
college
both hands.
career.
You would have caught that.
Well, I have incredible hands.
Well, I would have caught it.
I would have caught.
And I got bad eyes.
I would have
I
caught
got
balls.
one contact.
I got one good eye, my cat eye. Use my cat eye.
I would have caught balls that CD dropped.
Yeah.
I got hands.
And I'm glad he did drop 2.
I got hands.
And that no one's talking about those slants. Those couple of those should have been called.
We'll talk about it in the next segment. How about that? You like that?
Yeah.
You like
Some of
that?
them should have been called.
Yeah, coming up next, and this is an all skate, so we need you in the chat. By the way, please, if you're here, mash that thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We sure would appreciate it. And coming up next, we'll play a little game called Cowboys Win Because, Cowboys Lose Because, and I want yours in the chat. Why do they beat the Saints? And if they lose, why will they have lost to the Saints? Please help us. It's all next.
But before we get to that, man, we're going to visit our people over at Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglass company offering a world-class product rated 5-star over 3,000 people. Yes, Clarence, please be quiet. Cover your eyes with Shady Rays and cover your mouth with your hand. Don't say a word.
No, you can talk this time because you need sunglasses. You're a walking guy now. You're out there. You got pairs on the way.
You're talking during my read right
I'm
now.
waiting for my sunglasses. I'm waiting for my shady rays to show up.
The shades have durable frames and crystal clear optics, making them the perfect choice for all outdoor adventures. That's your walking that you do. That's your walking that you do as well. Jeff,
Can I talk now?
there are 105 to choose from, so you're bound to find the perfect match to your style. Head over to Shady Rays. Use our promo code DLLS to get 35% off a polarized pair of sunglasses. Do your thing, Shorty. Do your thing over at ShadyRays.com.
All right. Also, let's talk about our friends over at FOCO. Some of the stuff that you can see behind us, some of our decorations, some of our memorabilia, some
Not
of our
that
cool
helmet.
stuff.
That's not from FOCO. You
Which
can't
one?
Get that. The good one. The signed autograph.
Oh yeah,
helmet.
yeah. The autograph.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that from Jesse Holly?
That's a Jesse Holly collection.
Oh, okay. Well, at FOCO, and you can go to FOCO.com, use the code DLLS for 10% off. Was DLLS10. I'm sorry. Don't let me lie to you. DLLS10 at FOCO.com, which is FOCO. And you get 10% off. And they got all sorts of stuff, like set decorations for our podcast studio. If you're going to a game, basketball game, hockey game, whatever sort of game, you can get team-branded friendship bracelets, which we haven't done yet, but we're definitely going to.
Huh?
They got the best sports.
No,
Yes,
we're
we are,
not.
Clarence. Yes, we
No,
are.
not.
Listen,
Y'all are. We're not.
uncomfortableness with moving forward and acceptance.
Yes. Get me out of
FOCO's
here.
great. Hoodies, shoes, signs, bobbleheads, everything in between. Whatever team you're a fan of, they probably got something in those colors. FOCO.com and use the code DLLS10 for 10% off. Now, we're on.
What?
It's funny to me because
You're going to get our ass canceled.
I'm sorry.
You're going to get our ass canceled.
No, I'm not. It's funny to me because remember watching the guy that got fired
Yeah,
recently?
because you said Jerry was a racist.
No,
and,
well, not the Jerry part.
Oh.
He said something.
He said,
Oh,
not the
I'm sorry,
Jerry
not the
part.
Jerry part.
I'm just saying because he said. He said black people, the black guys in locker room, they're homophobic. I was like, and we're feeding into the stereotype.
Not we. Yes, you are. Not we. Yes, you are.
Stop doing that.
You gotta stop with the we stuff. You are out here
No, I'm
doing
not.
that.
I'm just
You
saying.
gotta take
This
ownership
interaction
of
though
what
is
you're
kind of
doing.
funny. Just like they just got fired with this stuff.
Yeah, because Clarence is kind of joking, and I'm very uncomfortable. I'm like, we're going to get in trouble.
Okay. Anyway.
Clarence starts of views are not of DLLS.
No, listen, I am not. Listen, don't do that.
Joseph
My daughter's
Vandergriff.
gay. Don't do that. I'm not homophobic.
Oh,
about
hell
that?
yeah. See, I was scared. Now I feel safer with what you're saying. You got a gay daughter? Let's go.
No, I'm good.
Let's go.
I'm good. I'm just having fun here.
We
Can
got a
have
super
fun?
chat.
We are having a
This
lot
is
of
what
fun.
we do here.
Yeah.
Where would the Cowboys rank in your personal power rankings? We can't just do that on the fly, Joseph.
Yes, we
1,
could.
2, 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6, 6 or 7.
I think
Five,
like
six,
I
or
think like 7.
Somewhere around there?
7?
Yeah.
5 or 6.
Talking about teams in the league?
Yeah,
You got
power
them
ranking.
7th?
Let's see.
Yeah.
That
5,
sounds
6,
about right.
7, something
That
like
sounds about right.
Joseph asked us to do it on the fly.
Fine, we'll do it on the fly.
Yeah.
The
do it live.
I got the Bills ahead of the Cowboys. I got the Chiefs ahead of the Cowboys.
2.
Niners.
I'll think about
Niners.
the Texans. I'll come
Who
back
else in the
to
NFC
it.
besides the Niners?
Niners.
Who else in the NFC besides
Lions.
the Lions?
Lions are debatable.
They beat the Lions. Why are the Lions ahead
Lions
of
won
the
the
Cowboys?
NFC Championship.
It don't matter. They didn't play. They didn't go to Cowboys' path.
Cowboys,
Why,
Eagles are 5 and 6 in some order. That's what I'll go
I mean,
with.
why the Lions were over to catch the Cowboys? Seriously.
They went to the NFC Championship.
So
They brought back great talent. Their offensive line's really
why
good.
are they better than the Cowboys? They every time the Cowboys
Regular
played, they beat
season,
them.
but we're talking about regular season game last year, and it was a close game.
They still lost.
We talked a lot this week
Why
about
are
the
Lions
Cowboys'
better?
regular
No,
season.
seriously. Why are the Lions ahead of the Cowboys?
Well, it's just a college football debate. It's a college football debate. Do you
But
care
you're-
more about
but-
head-to-head or
but
what you
my
did
point
in the
is
playoffs?
He's so definitive on it. It's not definitive. Why are the Lions definitively ahead of the Cowboys?
Well, why are you definitively
against that.
fighting back?
Because I don't think it's definitive. I think the Cowboys have been better. Just because the NFC Championship game, they went through a different path.
I think the Cowboys are better than the Lions.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I think
why-
they're better.
We just can't assume that. I'm just in the NFC. The only
Which
team,
which
the only
roster would you
team
rather
that's
have?
definitively better than the Cowboys are the 49ers. That's the only team in the NFC.
Definitively, yes. Yeah.
I think
It's
I'd rather
debatable.
have. They are two good rosters. I'd
I'd rather have the
Cowboys
Lions roster, but
I'd take
I'd rather
the
have
Cowboys
the-
roster because I'd take the quarterback.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather have
Right.
the Cowboys
I'm just saying.
quarterback. Yeah.
There's only one team in
So I
NFC
was
that's
separated.
definitively
That's-
better than the Cowboys. That's 49ers.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
All
saying.
right, so that makes his point debatable. That
Debatable,
makes
which
his
is the whole point.
You can make a debate.
He was definitive
Do
on
we
Lions.
want to? We should debate about if it's debatable.
He was definitive on the line. You're like, they went to the NFC Championship game.
I would.
Whoop the damn dude.
I would.
Whoop the damn dude.
I gave you my argument. You gave
in
yours.
the words of Derek Coleman, the great Derek Coleman, one of the greatest quotes of all time, sports quotes. Whoop the damn dude.
While Clarence was at the house talking about beating the Lions in the regular season, the Cowboys were watching the Lions play a playoff game. I mean,
that's fine.
I'm
But
just
whoop the
saying.
damn dude.
Well, whoop the damn.
And we had this conversation. Me and Jerry just
Lions
had
should
the
have won
conversation.
the
But
NFC
seriously,
Championship too.
we got to stop acting like the NFC Championship game is the end-all be-all.
You have
That
to,
is
They
not the
haven't been
freaking
there.
goal. I don't. That's not the point. That's not the
Clarence,
point.
how many playoff
The
wins
NFC
have you covered?
That's fine. I've covered 4
In
since '97. But the NFC Championship game is not the end-all be-all. That doesn't mean, oh, you got ring coverage because you got the NFC Championship. No, you don't.
they haven't been there.
No.
How many teams have gone to the Super Bowl and not gone back? You don't get.
No,
it
that's the
doesn't-
ultimate
It doesn't
goal.
give you cover
No.
because you
No,
lose
it
in the
doesn't.
Super Bowl or you lose in the championship game. It doesn't give you automatic cover that we've arrived.
I agree.
We're
I think
a dominant team now because we went to the NFC Championship game one time and now
No,
we're
but they
above
went last
everybody else.
year. They went last
And
year.
will they go back this year? How many teams have
They
gone?
might.
Well, then they might not.
They might not.
The Bengals went to the Super Bowl 2
We'll
years
find
ago.
out.
Bengals went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. What they've done since?
I'll fight
Hold
you.
on.
What have they done since?
fight you.
What have the
I'll
Bengals
fight
done
you.
since they've gone to the Super Bowl?
No,
Nothing.
yeah, but I'm not talking about the Bengals this year.
Joe Burrow's over
This year, the year after the Bengals, they were. I'm
No,
I do think it's-
the year after the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, you know what they did?
Well, they lost Joe Burrow, right?
They lost to Cooper Rush with Joe Burrow starting in Dallas.
Okay.
The year after they went to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I
They
do think
lost
it's
to Cooper Rush.
It's an arbitrary endpoint, but it's something that the Cowboy fans care about just because it's been so freaking long.
They
since
care
you've been
about
doing
Joseph, you see what
anything.
you did.
They care about. They care
Yeah,
about.
see what that super chat did?
They care about going
No,
to the
thank you,
Super Bowl.
Joseph.
Cowboy fans care about going to the Super Bowl. They don't care about the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, but you got to go to the NFC Championship
No
game to
doubt.
go to the
But
Super Bowl.
here's,
But
I
I'm
think
just-
that's arbitrary too. I don't give a crap if you went to the Super Bowl.
You want to win, right?
Right.
You want to win? Yeah.
Exactly.
You're going to win the Super Bowl
No,
or
but
you're not.
I also think it's a
The
different
standard
argument
is
from what we were
standard.
talking about. We're
Right.
talking about who's
Exactly.
better. I think that they brought a loaded roster back from last year's team that went to an NFC Championship game.
Is Super Bowl to go?
Yeah.
Is that the standard?
Yes. I mean, it's the standard, but I mean, what does
It's
the standard mean?
for everybody.
Right. I don't know what that means.
It's everyone's standard.
But no, I think that's. But
Name
maybe.
a,
But I'm
name
maybe.
a team in the NFL where that's
Look,
not
my
the
point
standard.
is this.
But you keep
No
you,
one's happy getting to the Super Bowl and losing. That doesn't mean, oh, the Cowboys accomplished something. They got the Super Bowl. No. Cowboy fans with 5 rings who are trying to get
in the chat.
Get to
in
the
cha-
Steelers, trying
in
to
the
get
chat.
back, trying to
Hold
catch
on,
the
hold on.
Patriots.
In the chat, tell me if the Cowboys got to the NFC Championship game this year, would you be happy and just simply put yes or no?
And you know they're lying.
If
No,
the-
they lied.
Like it's
the-
how they feel now.
If
But
the
if you lost
Cowboys
that game,
get to the NFC, if the
They got their doors
Cowboys,
blown off.
if the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl and lose this year, would you be happy? Yes or no? Maybe the loss may
Okay.
not make you happy, but if the Cowboys get to
Okay.
the Super Bowl, would you be happy?
Listen.
Yes or no?
Would you be happy
Chat.
this year? Would you be happy 3
Chat.
years? Would you be
Chat.
happy 3 years from now?
3
if that's
years
all
from now,
they've
we
done?
may not be here. Who knows?
Oh, come on, man.
3 years from
So
now,
this
who
is
knows where
based,
we're going
this
to
is
be?
based on the conversation. Joseph Vandergriff.
This year.
Go back to your auto dealership, Vandergriff.
It's not even spelled right.
I don't.
that's one damn super chat derailed the whole effing show.
I love this. Thank you, Joseph.
And I do think, like, I get
Look
it.
at the
Like,
chat.
yes,
Look
you'll
at the
be
chat.
yes.
Overwhelming yes.
Look at the chat.
Soft.
Look at the chat.
Mostly
Soft.
yes. Now here's the
Soft.
thing. I need them to
Soft.
go to the Super Bowl
Soft.
because then the day after that they
Soft.
lose the Super Bowl, I'm going to ask people, "Are you happy with the Cowboys?" And they're all going to say no.
Soft.
They're going to say yes.
Yeah, Cat, we got to clip this for later and just
basically,
remember this.
this question with me and Jess, the question with me and Jess is born out of the Dak contract. So at the end of 4 years, and it's going to be Dak contract, the CD contract, the Micah contract. The Cowboys at the end of 4 years paying Dak $60 million, CD all this money. If all you got to show for it is a Super Bowl appearance, are you happy? Does that mean
I see, because my thing is, I don't
a
know.
measure of success?
I don't know.
No, it's not.
I don't know because I'm a sports coward. Because my thing will be, tell me how did
'cause the
Dak
goal is
Prescott
to-
play over those
It
4
doesn't
years?
matter. I'm just talking
It
about as a team,
does.
for the organization, though. You're still not going to be happy because it's still going to be 30-something years since you won your last title. And you still haven't won since 1995. And the goal, and I know you can say that's ancient history, 5 titles, whatever else back in the day. But it's about that. It's like the Lakers. They talk about 60. The Yankees, they want to continue to add to their lore. That you don't dismiss what you did in the past. You only add to the past. The Alabama, they add to the titles that Bear Bryant won. That's what you want to do because there's a standard here. There's a tradition here. There's a legacy here. There's a championship legacy here that you're adding to. And if you haven't added to it, it's a disappointment.
Your legacy is in your heart. You live this. Like I told you this last night. Your daddy's daddy was a Cowboy fan.
The Cowboys' current legacy is Jerry knows how to make his team worth money.
You look at the Cowboys as a part of your family history.
No. As a brand,
yes, you do.
It's a championship legacy.
It was
and
a part of.
You can't tell the history of the pro football without the Dallas Cowboys.
It was a part of your upbringing. It was a part of moments that you and your pop shared together. It was something that brought your family together in these special moments. So, and I get it. You hold on to that near and dear. That standard that we keep talking about, my boy, we're talking 30 years.
You're a Carolina basketball guy.
30
I can
years.
guarantee you there are Carolina fans that are talking about Jordan, talking about the Carolina basketball teams of the 70s. It's all together.
No,
you don't parse it out.
When you go
they have
such
a history.
long time, when you go such a long time without facing and making those appearances and being able to actually say we got 2 championships, like I was in New Orleans when we lost to Kansas, the Carolina basketball team. We should have beat Kansas, right? But at that moment, I was proud that my team got to the national championship game. I wanted to win. I was upset that we lost, but that's what it is. That's what I'm saying. If the Cowboys get themselves to...
That's a temporary moment.
But someone even said happiness. Yeah, every happiness is just moments. That's what someone just said.
It's a moment. I'm just telling you, when you talk...
Edgar said that. Thank you, Edgar.
The Cowboys, they're a blue blood NFL program. Okay, there's a standard. It's not like the Saints. Like the Saints fans are happy they got one Super Bowl.
But when does that? Like, when do you? I guess my question would be, when do you lose that?
You don't lose it
because if 30 years can't do it. Like, there's a different generation. There's a different generation of Cowboy fans that don't believe you. Like, it's like I know I can look it up.
I keep trying to tell him, like, you lived a portion of this Cowboy
fans who are 30 don't know what you're talking about.
You saw the Landry years.
They know.
You saw the Jimmy Johnson years.
But that's not their team. All they know is disappointment.
Right, that's not their team.
Yes, but they're hoping.
Sorry, Jesse.
But they are. It is. First of all, we're still talking about the most watched franchise. It'd be different when you lose. Yes, they don't win anymore.
Now you're hitting their legacy.
When you,
that's their legacy.
But that is their legacy. But
they're the most popular.
But you know why they're the most popular?
Jerry.
Because of what they did. No. Jerry added on to what they did in the past.
But they're not the most successful.
That's not the point.
Then how is it not Jerry?
He added on to what they did in the past. Jerry didn't start the American team.
But why aren't the 49ers worth more than the Cowboys?
They're not.
Why aren't the Patriots worth
more than the Cowboys? The 49ers have not won more than the Cowboys.
Right.
The 49ers have not won more than the Cowboys.
They haven't
won
won
why
less.
the Steelers?
They have not won more.
Why the Steelers not?
And the dirty little secret is they have not won since the Cowboys won. We act like the 49ers have done something. The Cowboys won in 95.
Well,
49ers have not won since 94.
They've also been in the NFC Championship Super Bowl.
Not won since 94.
Okay, why aren't the Patriots worth more than the Cowboys? Why aren't the Steelers worth more than the Cowboys? The answer is Jerry.
No, the answer is they weren't worth more than 70. What are you talking about? I mean, you cannot dismiss the
you're not in the biggest market. You're not the most successful team.
It's because they were a global franchise, a global name, a global brand before Jerry showed up.
Jerry said they were losing money hand over fist.
No way.
See, now you're showing your youth. Okay,
Global.
Right? Yes.
Jerry would say you're wrong.
Cheerleaders. What are you talking? No,
Jerry would tell you they were losing money hand over fist and they were bankrupt.
You're talking. I said global popularity. You're talking about money, and I'm
but
telling
that's
you,
the whole thing
the
we're talking
Cowboy
about.
cheerleaders were doing USO tours back in the '70s. They had a freaking TV show back in the '70s. They were on Love Boat. The Cowboys cheerleaders, the Cowboys brand.
Let me ask you a question.
Known
Let me ask you a
all over the
question.
world before Jerry
Let me
showed
ask you a
up.
question.
Where y'all coming from?
where
What y'all talking about? I cannot believe y'all acting like they were not a global brand
The
before
USO
Jerry showed up.
We've lost the plot.
The USO.
I'm taking the Lions
USO
roster.
I cannot believe you that.
The USO. Where are the USO troops from?
We have lost the
What?
plot.
It was a reason why they asked the Cowboys to
Where
do it.
are
Nobody
the
asked.
USO troops from?
We're not doing this.
Where are they from?
United States.
Where are they from?
We're not doing this.
Where are they from?
I don't know.
The United States.
Don't tell me they're global and they are doing shows for the troops in Russia. They aren't doing stuff for the troops in Vietnam. No, they're doing stuff for the people that are Americans.
Guys, we have
who are
lost.
stationed over there.
This is the final season of The Office. We lost the plot. Okay.
Daniel's in the super chat.
Listen.
It'll be yes, but if they follow that with an early playoff exit, then it really don't mean that
Right.
much.
Again, at the end of the day,
Thank you, Daniel.
you have to win.
Thank you, Daniel.
The goal is to win a title.
Coming up next, we'll do all the things that we didn't do just now. And before we get there, I do want to encourage everybody to sign up to be a diehard.
Oh my God.
One super chat.
Go to all.
$5 did that to us.
$5. You know
$5
what do you think we would do for 50?
What do we do for
You know what we
$5?
could do at the bargain bin with
What we just
$5?
did was called-
That
what we
all
just
came from a
did was
super chat.
$5.
Did we get $5? Did we get $5?
You don't.
Yeah, no, you
we
don't.
don't.
I did.
How you get $5? Don't get $5.
I'll explain to you later. Go to alldlls.com. And
If you said 500, I'll dump him on his head. I'll turn his chair over. That's all I know sometimes. I'm sorry. You're right.
We'll play
I'll
rock,
dump him
paper,
on his
scissors
head.
for
I'll-
hours.
I'll turn his pineapples upside down for 500.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
What
no.
are you
let's-
saying about
yeah, hold on,
pineapples
hold on,
upside
hold on,
down?
hold on.
Hey, read your read.
Yeah, I was
Just
gonna
read
say,
your read.
yeah.
Just not read your read.
just whenever. Just
Yeah,
whenever.
I'm sorry.
Why don't you sign up to be a diehard? Obviously, here at DLLS, all DLLS, you have all of the shows. You've got Cowboys, Mavs, Rangers, Stars. You got all the shows and all the best people doing it. And in addition to that, if you sign up to become a diehard on the website, you'll have access to premium written content that's for members only. You get our podcasts, our live shows, our pre and post game shows anyway. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the thumbs up. We'd appreciate that. But when you sign up to be a diehard, you get a free T-shirt every year.
Get that
You
T-shirt.
get 20% off the merch, and the merch is awesome.
That's awesome.
The merch is so awesome. You get access to our members only Discord where you can chat with everybody. That's,
We may take this conversation to the Discord. When we're done.
I'm so down.
I will 100% not go to that conversation.
The Lions.
I'm so tired. 20% off all events. You get your diehard card. It's all good stuff. So sign up and do it. Do it. And I demand that you hit the thumbs up right now. Even if you're having a bad time, just do it to be nice to us. Just hit the thumbs up. Say, yes, I'm having a great time. And make sure that you're subscribed. We have a couple things we got to rattle through. Cowboys win because Cowboys lose because. It's Cowboys versus Saints. We also have some stats. I pulled the numbers from our partners at Sleeper on
Shout out
what
Sleeper.
are the Cowboys going to do, some of their best players in this game. And we can handle all of those things. Super Chat, $5. For Clarence.
Thank you. I need it.
Ben, you got that?
Hey, can you give me $5 from air conditioning or something? I'm sweating up in here. What is going on?
That
Are
was-
y'all not hot?
No, you
No,
got
that was your heart rate.
You got that V-neck sweater on in
It's
here.
not a business. I got this in North rack.
It always comes back to the rack.
I got bad news about that $5, Clarence.
Goodness gracious.
That's not
Did
going
that
to you
say
either.
for Clarence? It went to my channel.
That's not going to you
I
either.
need to put that on my meter.
All right, Cowboys win because Cowboys lose because. I have mine. You guys let me know if there's somebody who wants to go first. If not, I'm going to fire off on these
Go
things.
for it.
You got a captain?
Cowboys win because the big
Johnny
money
Manziel?
men,
Oh.
Yeah, Manziel.
Dak Prescott.
the big money men go to work.
Ooh.
This is the week. We didn't get it in week one because it was a wonky game. It started off decent in the first half, but you had CD drops. You had Dak's misses in the second half. You didn't have the best versions of them for an entire game. Assuming that this is a fairly competitive game, which I think it can be and will be most likely, at least into the mid to late third, early fourth quarter, this will be the day against a good defense where CD gets 12 to 15 targets, 9 or 10, 11 catches, 150 yards, scores once or twice. This is going to be the big money men show up. Cowboys win because.
And I think CD has a chance. Well, I think he's going to do his thing anyway. But there's an issue with the best cornerback for the Saints. He's not practiced the past couple of days.
Lattimore.
Lattimore, it's one thing when, you have a leg injury or whatever else, you're a cornerback. That would be huge if he doesn't play. Or if he's limited.
Yeah,
He
I
also
guess.
does not go in. As CD yesterday, he does not go in the slot. Yeah. So, CD still makes his money in the slot.
And Marshawn Lattimore can come get some if he wants some.
But he doesn't go in the CD says he'll travel in the slot anyway.
Yeah.
Cowboys lose because big plays, big plays, big plays. The Saints had a big time. I think Rashid Shaheed averaged 20 yards per punt return. He's obviously one of the best returners in the game. He had a 59-yard touchdown catch, I believe, in week 1. He's an absolute burner, and he ain't their best receiver. Chris Olave is, and he can go to, and he did not have a big day in week 1. So Alvin Kamara is a big play threat at running back. The return game, the receiving game, the running game, they got threats to hang 7 points on you in one play, 14 on you in 2, 21 on you in 3. Right. If the Cowboys can't contain the big plays and make them earn each drive, that would be the reason that the Cowboys lose
and the
this
punter
game.
kicked too many down the middle against Cleveland. He has to angle those.
Yeah,
So you're talking about the returner.
So
he has to do
problem.
a better job angling his punts. He's been a good punter.
Anger's got to angle.
Anger cannot kick him down the middle.
Who's up?
I can go. The Cowboys will win if Mike Zimmer, if Eric Kendricks, if these guys can communicate against Clint Kubiak's motion. The Saints, 88% of their pass plays had motion on them, which means they're going to do a lot of motion, a lot of eye candy, a lot of misdirection, a lot of play action. Obviously, Clint Kubiak went to the San Francisco 49ers School of Motion and Offense, and yes, he's got familiarity with Mike Zimmer, but you talk to a lot of Cowboys guys this week, they say that looks a lot like San Francisco film, not Minnesota 2001.
And the Cowboys didn't do... Like they tend to be kind of middle of the road with the pre-snap stuff, motion at the snap, pre-snap.
Kind of struggled last year,
And
but
I heard my buddy Bobby Belt on the Fan this morning. He just looked at the week 1 numbers, and this is one of those things where I hope it's because the Cowboys in the second half were like, we think we've got this. The Cowboys are one of the teams that were in the bottom of the league in week 1, and how often they're moving guys around before the snap or at the snap. The teams who are the bottom 10 at that in week 1 went 2-8.
yeah.
The Cowboys were one of the winners. The teams that did the most motion in week 1, 7-3. Good teams now do that. You want to move around before the snap.
It's a must stop. It's become an essential part of offense in the NFL. And the Cowboys will lose if they struggle on third down. The Saints defense last year had the #1 third down defense. They were also really good last week against Carolina. Teron Matthew is an absolute stud. I think if the Cowboys can have success on third down, they can keep the offense going. They can generate drives, get more carries going. I think they win this. Or if they don't do that, they will lose.
Hit us up with your Cowboys win because, Cowboys lose because in the chat. I demand it. If you don't, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm real simple. It's basic for me. Stop the run. Stop the run. You can talk about exotic and eye candy. The thing that the Cowboys, we've been talking all off season, was run defense. Stop the run. That's why Mozzie needs to be better. That's why you brought Joseph in here. The Saints rushed for 180 yards last week. Alvin Kamara is still Alvin Kamara. You stop the run, you will harass Carr into turning the ball over because he will get the ball to you. And you will have a chance to get to the quarterback. You have to stop the run first, as they've been saying for years. Earn the right to rush the quarterback because the Cowboys, at least week 1, rushed the quarterback like nobody's business. They had more pressures than anybody in the league, and it wasn't even close. I think it was Cowboys had 40 pressures. The next best team had 29.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close. Yeah. So they could get after the quarterback, but to do that, you have to stop the run. So Mozzie, big boy up. Linville Joseph, big boy up. Stop the run. They have a chance to win for sure.
So you're saying Cowboys win because they stop the run, Cowboys lose because they don't stop the run?
Yeah.
It's really that
I think it's
simple.
simple, yeah.
It's let's be honest about it. Don't stop the run and don't turn the ball over. The Cowboys lose, they turn the ball over.
Cowboys win because Ferg has a DeMarcus Ware return to action. I was on that football team when DeMarcus Ware was carted off the football field. You thought his season was done. The very next week, Cowboys went down to New Orleans. They were like 9-0 or 10-0 at that time. DeMarcus Ware miraculously recovered in that week, went out there and played, had a sack to end that football game on Drew Brees, ended that streak for ended that winning streak for the New Orleans Saints that year. So Ferg comes back from what we initially thought may have been a season-ending injury, comes out and makes some huge plays for the Cowboys to win this football game. Cowboys lose if, and this comes from the guy who took your job. No, I'm just playing.
Took his job.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Nick Harris.
Oh,
This was a great stat.
This was a great stat from Nick
stat.
Harris. Heading into the Cowboys lose because heading into this game, the Cowboys have lost 23 consecutive contests when they've scored less than 20 points.
Oh.
They are 0-23.
score some points.
The last such win was a 13-10 victory over who? The New Orleans Saints.
Correct.
At AT&T Stadium. So if the Cowboys lose, if they don't score more than 20 points.
Unless they play the Saints.
Unless they play the Saints.
At
They play the
AT&T
Saints.
Stadium.
I mean,
you just
sounds like they win no matter what.
your own stat down.
I'm just saying, that's the last time they had a
But
win.
the Cowboys, this team scores points. One thing they've done, certainly under Mike McCarthy, score points. It's funny. I'm glad you brought that DeMarcus Ware thing up. I was just thinking, as my mind wanders when you were talking, how many?
See, you wouldn't even listen.
How many?
No, you wouldn't.
How many moments have we had here watching the Cowboys when guys were dead on the field? They came back and played. You got the Witten,
Romo Witten.
Romo Witten,
Right, yeah.
DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. You have those things that remember. I go back to Emmitt Smith, against the Giants way back when he had the injury and the shoulder. One shoulder lead them into to division title. But yeah, the Romo Witten. I mean, guys, you should not play with these injuries.
Yeah.
Unless you want to.
Yeah, unless you want
Unless
to.
you want to.
You should not play with these
Because we're trying to
But
win.
they've been so inspirational, with the Witten.
Yeah.
Having this, whatever he had, he go up and Jerry finds him a doctor that gives him the okay to play with the Giants.
Yeah, he went and found a different doctor. Oh, he wasn't cleared. Hey, fly to that one. I bet they say something
I
different.
know a guy.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
That's great. So he would lose this consecutive game streak. You know what that was about.
Oh, we got a super chat from Aaron there. He said, I think it's different because of Zimmer. I think they'll win because the defense will not depend on if they are leading or not. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
That Quinn defense, you get ahead, sweet, because we're just coming for your quarterback anyway. So it works out a lot better if we got a lead. If we don't, that's not as much fun. I do want to. Kat made a graphic for us.
Yep. Let's go.
Okay.
And I want to knock this out before we get out
Let's
of here.
do it.
Okay.
Speed.
I want to jump in
Speed,
here, okay?
Clarence.
This is our pick'em for the Cowboys and Saints. The numbers that you see on the screen, if you're watching on YouTube, these are from our friends at Sleeper. So, and if you have that app or you get that app, you can get up to a $100 match on your first deposit using the code DLLS Boys. So do that. And what you do is things like this. You pick more or less than the projected number for each guy. And the more you pick, the more it multiplies how much money you can make. So, Dak passing yards, 251.5. Will Dak have more than 251.5 passing yards? Oh, that's a good number. But I said that the money guys are going to win it, so yes. I will say Dak goes more than 251.5 passing yards.
I think NFL passing's down. I'm going under.
It was a weird first week. A lot of quarterbacks didn't throw for much.
I'm going under.
I'm going over.
Attaboy. I like where your head's at. Jesse.
Just want to say that I'm not actually gambling. We're just doing this for the likes of the show.
Correct.
No
You're
one's
just-
gambling. We're playing.
Jesse, what you're doing,
No one's
you're
gambling.
guessing
You're
is Dak will
I just
have.
want to put that out there. Want to put that out
You
there.
were
We
guessing.
don't call it gambling anyway.
Okay, I want to put
Sleeper's
that out
not
there.
gambling
We're
anyway.
playing daily fantasy.
I got you.
We're
I
picking.
just want to let you know.
We're not gambling.
Just
What's
want to
your
let you
pick,
know.
Jesse?
More, please.
More.
CeeDee Lamb rushing and receiving yards when you add them up, 92.5. Will he have 93 yards or more? I said the money guys are going to win the game, so more.
I also go more.
More.
Oh, look at that. CeeDee needs it too. I promise you, if CeeDee has another 40-yard receiving game and they're 2-0,
They're gonna be fighting.
it'll start getting weird. Zeke rushing yards.
that's
Will
another
Zeke
good
rush for
number.
more than 41 and a
That's
half?
another
Will he
good
get
number.
to 42? It is a great number.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
I'm a what?
No, we just happened to.
Did you say I'm a hater?
Why are you? This is my space.
I get hyper, man. I'm just, I don't sit still.
Are you
Stay in your lane.
I'm sorry.
Less.
Oh God, don't sit still.
Less.
Less.
Clarence, how many yards is he going to rush for?
More.
That's a good answer.
Less.
Haters. I got your back, Z.
We're going to hate until
I
it's
got your back,
unhateable.
Z. We're getting 43.
Rico rushing plus receiving yards 50 and a half. More.
He's going to take like a 25-yard screen pass. More.
Rushing and receiving, I'll
Yeah.
do more.
Combined.
Yeah.
Okay.
More.
Game result, win or loss, and the score. Cowboys win 30-20.
Cowboys win 31-20. Price is right.
I 30-24 Cowboys.
27-19 Cowboys.
Oh, undefeated.
Look at Cat. Look how
2-0.
fast Cat's typing.
Oh, she can do it. She can do it.
Oh,
27.
Wait, did you
27, not
27.
37.
It's all good.
That's okay. And by the way, of course, I think you guys know this. Every bet we make, this isn't a bet, of course. This is just a guessing game.
Yeah.
Every guessing game that we play is a pinky toe guessing game.
Yeah.
Okay, big.
So whoever misses the most loses a pinky
I'm already
toe.
down 3 pinky
And
toes.
next time, Kat, on the chat, I mean, on the pick'em, we got to throw Aubrey in there because 65, 66-yard field goal.
Well, how about next one? Is he going to hit a 70-yarder?
So I checked. So I pulled them all from Sleeper, and I don't think they had Aubrey as an option this week, probably because he's too good. But anytime Aubrey is available, we'll get him slapped.
You know,
in.
Let's ask the question, though. Do you think at any point in time this season
70.
that they'll let him attempt a 70-yard
Yes.
field goal?
Well, I know they let him kick a 66-yard. The 70 is difficult because it was because of the penalty they got to that point. I don't know if they're going to go on the field wanting to do 70.
Don't worry, Jesse. I'll answer. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There will be a game where
At the
they're
end of the half.
There will be a game
And
where
then
they're
all-
not up by
I don't even know if it's end of
17
the
and they're
half.
not as scared. And they're like, we need these
I think it'd be a
points. Let's see if we
blowout
can get it.
situation, and they say, why
No, I
not?
don't think you do it in a blowout situation.
Oh,
Why
I
not?
think they
Or
might
end of
just
game
for
if
fun.
you need to.
You're
I
doing,
mean,
you're doing a blowout situation, then you're rubbing it in. I think you got
that's
more
fair.
class
That's
than that.
fair.
You know, you're
That's
not
fair.
going to do it in a
That's
blowout
fair.
situation.
We're not
That's fair.
rubbing it in. He's just
That's
a
fair.
kicker.
I'm just saying.
He's just a kicker.
You really rubbing it in. If you're up by 30 or 40 points.
But what if
in the
they're
fourth
down by
quarter,
30 or
now
40?
let's just try to
If
70
you're
yard field
up
goal
by
just
30
for,
points against the Washington Commanders.
and
Against
just,
Dan
just for
Quinn.
larks. Come on, just for shits
Larks?
and giggles. You don't do that.
Yeah.
I want Aubrey
That's-
to.
that's-
I want Aubrey to break the record by 5 yards on a game winner.
71.
Just destroy it.
They might need it on a game winner.
Thank you, everybody. On your way out, please hit the like and subscribe. We appreciate you being with us. Go Cowboys. Going to crush the Saints. Going to be fun. Remember, what?
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday to my mom.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jamel. My brother.
Happy birthday,
And happy
Jamel.
birthday, your mom too.
My mom tomorrow. Yes, to
to your
Mom
mom.
and Jamel. Happy birthday.
Remember, you have no idea what anyone's going through, so be cool to everyone. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingency.
We all silly like the mayor.